Hi everyone, thank you for joining me today. So what I have planned is a full face of Believe Beauty. So this is a brand that I've heard a couple of YouTubers talking about, Emily Noel and Allie Klein's. I haven't heard of anybody else recently talking about it. So this brand is exclusive to Dollar General, and they have a full range of products, and nothing is over $5. So it's really cool brand. So I thought I would just do a full face. So I went to Dollar General and I picked up a whole face full of makeup, and it was like a little over $100, but I got, a couple of extra things like some brushes, and I also got a couple of different eyeliners and things like that. But overall, it wasn't very expensive to, sorry, I just kicked the thing. It wasn't very expensive to buy a full face of makeup for this. And I did try and film this video yesterday, but I wasn't really happy with how it turned out. So I have used all of these products one time yesterday. So I went ahead and took everything out of the packaging, which is kind of a bitch. It's got all of these like Dollar General theft devices on them, Anyways, they were really hard to get into, so the video was just a bunch of me trying to get into these products yesterday. So I just thought, I'm just going to scrap that one because you guys deserve a nice even tutorial without it being, or a review rather, without it being so dramatic, trying to get into everything. So that's what we're doing today. If you're excited, like the video, subscribe, tell all your friends, and let's get going. Okay, so we are up close and personal, and what I'm going to start with is going to be this primer. So this comes in a pretty blue packaging, and it's called Pretty and Primed, and it's just in this little blue ombre effect, which I think is really nice. And it's a hydrating primer, so it just says a replenishing face primer that hydrates, smooths, and preps for flawless makeup application. Leave your skin dewy, healthy looking. So yesterday I kept trying to pull the cap off, but it's a twist cap. So and it is a pretty blue tint. So just get a little bit on there and go ahead and apply this to my face. Paint my cougar skin here. My husband came up with that one. Thought it was pretty clever. He's full of jokes. So how have y'all been? I know I haven't posted a video in about 2 weeks now. Every time I sit down to film, something happens and I end up getting pulled away into a different direction, having to do other things, which has just been kind of exhausting, to be honest with you. We've got construction just 100% going on the pool, and it's very loud, so I'm sitting in another place today, kind of away from the backyard. Hopefully you can't hear all of that stuff that's going on. So this is a fine primer. I'm not really like blown away by anything. It's not really doing like great things for my pores, but I do feel like my skin is prepped for makeup. A little added hydration maybe. Again, nothing groundbreaking or anything. Get a little sip of my coffee. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and go in with my foundation. And this is a beautiful glass bottle. It has like this really cool little diamond type cap on it, which I think is just really luxurious for it being $5. It's got gold embossing on it, which I think is just, again, very nice. I got the shade Buff, and it does seem to be a pretty good shade match for me. So the cap comes off and you've got a pump here, which again I think is really super nice. So I'm going to go ahead and put out a full pump and go ahead and just dot that onto my face. Dot, swipe, just get it on there. Yesterday I think I needed a little bit more than a pump, so I'll go in with a little bit Another about a half a pump. Get that all over. And they also have this cute little blue sponge that I picked up as well. So it was smaller, of course. I wet it, and but it's pretty bouncy, very soft, and it gets the job done. And it is a little bigger than some other sponges. It's kind of squared off there rectangularly. So I do feel like you can get into some crevices. I wouldn't say it's perfect around the eyes or anything, but I did get, around the nose okay with it yesterday, and it does, smooth everything out really quickly. This foundation is very lightweight in texture, so I do feel like the sponge soaks up a lot of product. Just something to note. If you prefer using brushes, you may have more coverage if you use the brush versus a sponge. For my skin today, I felt like I'm gonna try the sponge. I didn't get a face brush, so I wanted to use, try and stick with all Believe Beauty products, so I went with the sponge. But if you do have a good makeup brush that works for you, you might consider busting out that puppy. So I don't know, I think we're feeling pretty luminous here. I wouldn't say that again, it's very full coverage. I am still seeing some spots coming through in the viewfinder. In person, looking at my other mirror, it's looking okay as far as coverage goes. Let's see if we can build it up a little bit. I did not try that yesterday, so just put a little bit more on my fingers here and just do a little spot concealing, a little more out here. Looks like I've got a new friend coming up over here to hang out with me, so love that for me. So I'll go ahead and just kind of press it in instead of rubbing it. Just press in, bounce, bounce, bounce. Yeah, I feel like that built up very nicely. Allie Glein said that this is her one of her favorite foundations, and I can see why. It looks pretty nice on the skin. So yeah, very nice. So the concealer I got is the absolute wrong shade. I got light medium, and it is very dark compared to the foundation. So I did pick up this color correcting concealer though, and this is in light medium. It is a peach toned concealer to help brighten dark circles under the eyes. So I thought I would use that today. It is just a little pot, and it is pretty peachy, so I would just go ahead and apply that. Get that right up underneath the dark circles. So yeah, I think that did a lot actually, just after one little application there. Can y'all hear the thudding? They're like pounding on everything out there, rocks, and pouring concrete tomorrow, so it's coming along very quickly. We've been at a standstill for a couple of months waiting on the concrete to be poured, so that looks nice compared. I think you can tell the difference with it on, without. Do some cream bronzer before we do any setting. I've got, I picked up this Perfect Glow highlighter stick in Disco, but you see how dark that is. So I thought I would try and use this as like a contour or bronzer. See how see how I can get it to blend in there. They may have had more colors. I don't remember. I'm just gonna take my sponge and see if I can blend it better than the brush. I think that looks pretty nice. Go ahead and do the same thing on this side, this cheek. Y'all know I know my words, right? Those words are hard sometimes. I think I just get so caught up in what I'm doing that I forget what I was saying. And then I have to come up with the right word. Alright, well, that I feel like is pretty bronzy. As you can see, bronzed up. Alright, so I think I like that. Let's go ahead and powder now. I did get this Believe Beauty translucent powder, and this is a matte blur loose powder. This is really nice powder. I think it's up there with a Laura Mercier, some really nice fine powders, some Bare Minerals powders. So it's just in this cap like that. A lot did come out from the sifter. I don't know, just walking it back and forth maybe. So I'm gonna take some on my e.l.f. brush and I'm gonna go ahead and put it in the lid and work from there instead of that other one. So I'm just going to press out under my eyelid to make sure I'm not setting any wrinkles under there, since it's been a moment since I finished that concealer. I'm just going to pat this in. That's nice. I think I'm enjoying the complexion so far. What do y'all think? I think it looks nice. Really good powder on that. The packaging, I can't get over the packaging, how luxurious it feels as well. So let's move on. I did pick up this trio. So it's a blush, bronzer, highlight, and I will say this was not my favorite product. I did use it yesterday. It's very powdery, so the kick up on it is going to be a lot, so just keep that in mind. It didn't perform terribly, but I feel like there's just so much kick up, it's kind of messy, and the colors were a little dark. So we'll say that. And go ahead and go into this contour, or this bronzer shade at the end here. And this is the, see how much kick up is in there? It's a lot. You do not need a lot of product either. This is just light medium is the color, so go ahead and bronze up the skin. Middle shade now for the blush. So much kick up. Look at that. Can y'all see it just laying in the pan? It's just a lot. This one I did have to build up on the blush. It's not as pigmented as it looks in the pan. And I guess I'll go ahead and do the highlight while we're here. This is a pretty gold highlight. Really perfect for my skin tone. But Very nice glow there. Not terrible. I have to be careful with the transferring of colors because some of that blush, you know, kind of got onto the side with the highlighter, and then, you know, you're gonna have a streak of shiny blush on your top of your cheek there. I don't think anybody really wants that, so anyways, just keep that in mind. So do a little of this. Not bad highlighter. My nose looks really shiny in the viewfinder, but I got you guys like up close. There we go. Just gonna blend everything in. So not terrible at all. I'm gonna go ahead and do my brows. They do have a brow product. It's just the brow defining pencil, and I got the shade Ash Brown. I don't like the spoolie on this one necessarily. I like that it has a spoolie, but it's very, very hard, and the bristles are pretty far apart. I like it a little more dense, and the color Ash Brown is pretty dark for me, but it is a thicker pencil, and I'm not noticing a twist off cap or anything. I'm not sure how you get more product out of there. Yeah, I don't really know. I'm gonna go ahead and just do my brows real fast. I am able to make these work because I used my e.l.f. brow gel stuff, and it is in the color taupe, so I was able to make this color work yesterday, but like I said, it's pretty dark. Okay, so I am back. I did the brows, and so yeah, I mean, I was able to make it work. I used my brow Wow Brow from e.l.f. in taupe, and I was able to make it work. Still a little dark, but I mean, we got dark and fluffy in a hurry over here. So now I'm gonna go ahead and do my eyeshadow, and what I got for eyeshadow actually is this really pretty pod here, and it is a Glimmer Pots gel. Gel to powder in Girl Talk, and this is really pretty. In the pot, it does look a lot darker than it comes off in your on the actual skin, and it turns into a powder, so you are able to just go right over the eyelid with it. I just used my finger yesterday, and I was pleased with the way that it looked, so I didn't worry too much about trying to bring in any other eyeshadows. I was just doing, you know, a simple makeup look, so I just picked this one up. But what I wanted to do was, after putting that all over the lid, very pretty. The texture does feel like, you know, not, I wouldn't say gel. You can move it around. It's pretty squishy in the pot. Not as gel-like as like a ColourPop Super Shock shadow, but similar to that. But yeah, I think that that's so pretty in that little pot there. So, and just simple on the eye. So nothing crazy exciting, but you get a little bit of color there. Very easy to throw on. You probably don't even need a mirror. But I did pick up some eyeliners. I got a couple here. I got 3. So I picked up a green, which is Olivia. I picked up Enchanted, which is I guess like a real dark brown color, and then I picked up Queen Mauve, which is like a purple. So I thought that the purple would actually be fun to do maybe in my upper waterline, and maybe at the top if I wanted to smoke it out some. So let's see what that looks like. I'm just gonna start at the top here, close to my lashes. Oh yeah, I think that looks nice. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the other eye. Right. And now I think I'm gonna go with the green, this Olivia, on the bottom lash line. So I thought that would, you know, purple and green kind of look cool. And since my eyes are green, I thought, well, you know, let's give it a shot. So let me zoom you in a little more while we're doing this part, so you can see what I'm doing. I'm gonna go ahead and go right in here. Oh, that's really pretty. And this is gliding on super easy. I'm barely touching anything. I appreciate that texture and things to drag down there. How nice is that? I'm gonna go ahead and go in the waterline with it as well. See what kind of staying power we can get. Super smoked out. I'm gonna have to go darker on my top lash, I think. Top lip. Well, maybe with mascara you won't notice as much. Very much so. I'm gonna go ahead and these do not come off that easily. So I am scrubbing with a makeup wipe here, and it is still like, so that is on there. I feel like, being that close to you, my under eyes look not that covered anymore, huh? Like some redness coming through. So I may touch that up with a different concealer when I'm done. But I'll let you know when I decide. I'm going to take a brush. So they have really nice brushes. I didn't get any face brushes, which I feel like now I should have, because I really enjoyed using them yesterday. I zoom you out now. Oop, that's in. Okay, so these makeup brushes are really nice. The handle is really nice. They have Believe Beauty written there in gold, just super, super pretty. Everything is really soft. I got this nice fine-tipped brush there for smudging, so I'm going to use that one, but this one's got an angled brush. And then I picked up this fluffy brush, which I used for concealer yesterday. So I think that's, I'm gonna just grab a different concealer and kind of go right up under the eyes, because we got a little smoky there on accident. And that happens when you're doing makeup. So I'm gonna use this brush here, this pointy one, just to smudge that green a little tiny bit. This is pretty packed. So it feels a little rough, not exactly smooth, but I just want to shear out those edges a little tiny bit. No harsh lines over here. Yeah, that's good. And I think I'm going to go ahead and go just a little bit darker with the purple on the edges of the top lash here, just to make sure that it stands out when I put on that mascara. They have a beautiful packaging. This is a very dark purple. It's a regal purple. Voluminize. Cute. Voluminize. I love those play on words. Mascara. So the wand is a plastic, and it does have that curved shape in the middle of it, and it wasn't terrible. You know, I'm a great lash girl. You know how picky I am about my mascaras, but I was able to make this work very nicely for me. So I definitely think I'm going to keep using it. I did not notice any flaking or smudging. I was wearing it for probably 5 or 6 hours. It is definitely volumizing. I wouldn't say it does a whole lot for lengthening, but I could see this being a great layering mascara as well. So that's one coat. So it definitely packs a punch. All right, on a side note, not Believe Beauty note, but one of the best tools, and I've been meaning to tell you guys this, one of the best tools, in my opinion, for eyes or in your makeup bag is this baby right here. You should get yourself one of these if you don't have one. It is a it's a metal separator for your eyelashes, and I just think it is amazing. You've got clumps no more, folks. So let me show you how this works. I'm gonna do it on this eye because this eye's got a little more clumps. See how I've got some clumps here at the edges? So I'm going to take this and just start at the base, and I'm going to blink into this thing. Look at that. It catches all those clumps inside there. Look. Isn't that amazing? Get yourself one of these. They are fantastic. And I have never poked myself in the eye. I'm not like scared to use this thing. It is curved to the perfect shape. And, you know, sometimes you can get a little carried away with the mascara and you start looking like, you know, spider eyes. And if that's not what you're going for, get this tool. So I got 2 lip liners, Almost Rose and Barely There, and they're both a nude. This one's a little bit darker. So I think I'm going to use both to do a little bit of an ombre lip look. Go dark on the outside, lighter on the inside. With nothing on the lips there. So now I have 2 different things I could do. I picked up this Uptown Girl Believe Beauty liquid lipstick, which this is a lustrous shine lip gloss. Oh, it's a lip gloss. Okay, I thought it was a liquid lip. Oh, that's gonna be real nice. Look at that. And then I also picked up this beautiful packaging lipstick, Satin Crush in Soft Rose. So that's what the bullet looks like. So I'm gonna go in with the bullet. I mean, we might as well, we're here. I'm gonna go in with the bullet. Very pretty pink color. So not quite with the look we're going for today, but I'm gonna go ahead and do our topper here. So this looks pretty dark, but it looks like it's gonna be pretty see-through. Yeah, just a shine. That's nice. It's just a flat paddle. That's sticky. All right, there's our look. Let's zoom out. Here we go. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. If you enjoyed this video, please like it, subscribe, tell all your friends, come back for more. I do have a new series coming out on my show called Makeup and Drama, so you don't want to miss that. I liked hanging out with you today, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.